Hello and welcome. My name is Zaffar Iqbal, and you're watching the Mojo story. Now, Indians stuck in war-torn Ukraine are facing immense problems. Most of them want to get evacuated from those war zones. The government is already saying that it's trying its level best. They're also issuing advisory, but it's mostly the students, thousands of students who are stuck, and they are trying to run away from those places where fighting is going on. Currently, the government is keeping abreast with the situation. They are issuing advisories. Now, we are joined by some students from Ukraine who are Indian students, and they're looking for an opportunity to move out. We're joined by Radhika and Abrar. Both of them are medical students, but I'm also joined by my colleague, Meen Ketan. Before we go to the students and get a sense of the situation from them, if Meen Ketan can come on the line and tell us what exactly is the latest advisory of the government.
We have the latest advisory from the Minister of External Affairs, who says that all Indian nationals must leave Kharkiv, and they should do so by 6 o'clock Ukrainian time to nearby cities Peshoshin, Babai, and Bezil Yudivka as soon as possible for their safety. And
Yes,
they should do
yes.
so immediately. On foot, it says that all these cities are between 11 to 16 kilometers.
Right. So, Abrar and Radhika, you heard the latest advisory. We're also told that MEA is giving a press conference in a short while from now in the national capital in India. But I'd like to speak to you first, Radhika. What is the situation there? Where exactly you are currently, and are you safe?
So we are in Sumi currently, and right now where I'm staying, it's safe, but we cannot leave the building because there are Russian troops. There's Russian army on the streets. They're firing. We cannot switch on the lights past 6 past after it gets dark over here because then they'll launch missiles and because they're destroying civilian buildings.
But the place where exactly you are, is it comparatively safer?
No place is safe actually in Sumi because it's all the same everywhere we are. But I live in hostel right now. I have come back to the apartment to get some of my supplies because I we were out of clean clothes and some food.
We can see from those visuals the students who are in some sort of a basement. There are those shelters where they are trying to take cover. So that's the situation in all the places,
Yes,
Radhika. Now you'll plan to go and join with the other students in those safe places?
yes, sir, completely.
Yes.
We
And can you
yes.
tell us about the situation of other students, your friends and colleagues?
Yes, sir. We do not have food supply. I mean, we have our contractors and all. They're giving us food, but it's only enough for a day. And drinking water is not available. So we have to drink tap water. So we're rationing our food, as I'm saying, we're rationing our food. So we just wish that we are evacuated as soon as possible because I don't know when the supplies will stop coming and when we'll starve
And do
or
you
when.
have any, yeah, do you have any information about the evacuation? How exactly it's being done right now? Do the students, are they informed where exactly they have to move out? As my colleague Meen Ketan was giving the details, the government is saying that they must move from some locations and go to safer places. Do you have all those details?
Yes, sir, we have the details, but those details are for students stuck in Kharkiv, and we are
Yeah.
students from Sumi. And as for Sumi, there is no advisory issued from the ministry, so we cannot go anywhere. Even if we wanted to, we cannot cross the border of the city because there is army that's stopping us from leaving the city. And currently, there are no buses or trains or even taxis available to move around in the city, so we have to go everywhere on foot.
Did you try and make an attempt to move out?
Not me, many people. And we've heard in the group, and even our contractors and our university personals, they're telling us not to leave the building because it's not safe. Russian armies roaming around, they're firing at civilians, they're launching missiles, so it's not safe at all.
Okay, hold on, Radhika. I'll come back to you. But Abrar, can you tell us where exactly you are and how is the situation there?
Okay, I'm in the Sumi. I'm right now in my hostel, which is near to the university, Sumi State University.
Okay, what is the situation there like?
Situation, as Radhika already said. Outside the situation is not good, but we're inside the hostel. So in the hostel we are safe, but we can't leave the hostel unless we get some official notification that outside is safe. So still we are not safe.
You feel you are safe in the hostel?
Yes, we are safe in the hostel, but when we go outside, we're not safe.
Okay. What about the supplies? Do you get the supplies? Do you have money and other resources for now?
Well, we already did the shopping, which was on the day when the explosion hit the Kiev city. So we have that stocks. So that stuffs we have with us, but the stuffs it's limited. So we don't have much more stuffs to cope up with the future use. And in the market, the stuffs are very limited. So we are lacking such daily groceries and some much stuffs we are lacking here in the Sumi.
How many students are Indian students are there, Abrar?
You mean in the Sumi
Yeah, yeah,
region?
in
Yeah,
campus in
yeah,
your
it's
college.
like 700 to 800 or more than that. Yeah, 700 to 800 students are stuck here.
All of them Indian students.
Yes, all of them are Indian students, and there may be some other students from different countries.
And what is the information that you've got so far about as far as evacuation is concerned?
Okay, well, about the evacuation, we have seen that evacuations have been, done from different places, Kharkiv, Kiev. So firstly, there was evacuation from the western side, and then Kiev and Kharkiv side. But in Sumi, it's not possible because in Kharkiv and Kiev, the railways are intact, but in Sumi, the railways has been destroyed. The rail tracks has been destroyed, so there is no way where we can go to other safer place from this Sumi city. But if we go through buses, so if we suppose if we take the bus, still we are not safe because as Radhika already said that the Russian troops are on the streets, so it will be very difficult for us to chase them or to like go through such ways where we can find those troops because that's not that's very dangerous thing because we already seen some videos where the Russian troops have attacked some local civilians, some
Yeah.
cars, so it's very difficult for us.
Are all of you Indian students together right now?
Yeah, we actually living in different hostels, so yeah, we're still in touch with WhatsApp group or some Telegram groups. We're still in touch. We're living in hostels, yeah, in different hostels.
Obviously, the internet is working, so you'd be in touch on WhatsApp groups and other
Yeah,
such
yeah, yeah.
social media platforms. And what are your plans now? Did you get any information as far as evacuation process is concerned? The government has sent across a team of ministers who are in different places in that area, and they are trying to take the students and other Indians who are stuck in those places out. Russia has also said that it's sort of planning some sort of a corridors for evacuation of the Indians. Do you think the situation is getting better as far as evacuation is process is concerned by the day, or it's getting worse?
See, situation here in the eastern side is getting worse. So eastern, like Sumi, Kharkiv, or part of Kiev, so it's getting worse. But the government is, doing the evacuation process from the western side, and the government is doing like some advisory they are sending, like to the Kharkiv and the Kiev, but they're not helping anything. They're just telling them to leave the Kharkiv, to leave the Kiev. They're doing the students are doing themselves. They're trying to evacuate themselves from that part to the western side. But in Sumi region, we're helpless because we don't have any sort of transportation. We don't have the railway intact. So what we can do, we're just waiting for the official source or notification advisory. We're waiting for such things. So government is, you already said that the government has sent the four ministers. So those ministers are in different countries, right? Some European
Yeah,
borders, Poland,
yeah,
Hungary, all those.
yeah,
But what about
yeah.
the students living in Sumi? How they can reach to the western side?
Hmm.
So
And
we, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
we people are, yeah, just so we
yeah,
people
yeah.
here in Sumi, we are actually we're in need, actually we need of help, because we have, our stuffs, our daily stuff that's getting reused, so we don't
Yeah.
have any source, even medical some medical stuffs we need, because some people may be having some health issues, so we need such stuff. So as we need to evacuate as soon as possible, so it's just a request for the government to do as soon as they can do, as fast as they can do. Yeah.
The government is saying that they are trying their level best, but if I can go to Radhika, what exactly specifically you want uh, them to do right now to ensure your safety, evacuation, and primarily the safety? What exactly you want the government to do?
So we want them to assure us that they will evacuate us as soon as possible, and by that I mean in like 24 to 48 hours, because here explosions are happening by the hour. So we want to be evacuated either through Russia or through the western borders, but I don't think we'll stay safe here for much longer.
Okay. Okay. In your case also, Radhika, you are in touch with the fellow Indian students. You are
Yes, sir.
together.
Yes, sir.
So all of you, where are you staying?
So actually, we used to stay in the apartment, but we shifted to the hostel when the war started. So today we came back to get some stuff, our
In,
clothes and all, because we ran out of our clothes at hostel. There's no, we cannot wash our clothes. We cannot get food over there. So we came to get some supplies from the apartment.
and did you get those supplies?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have our clothes. We packed it, and now we're just waiting for taxi if there's available. Otherwise, we'll have to spend the night here.
Yes. So really, the situation is bad, as you put it. But we can only hope and pray about your safety, and we can also hope that the evacuation process is completed soon. And the focus is also on areas like Sumi, as you were saying, where a lot of Indian students are stuck, like other places, and the government really takes measures to evacuate you and other students as soon as possible. We will keep a close watch on this story in a short while from now. As I was saying, the MEA is also giving out a briefing, so we'll get a better idea and clarity what is the situation right now. But thanks so much for joining us, Radhika and Abrar. We hope and pray for your safety. That's all we have in the show. Thanks for watching.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.